soy sauce, and that is light soy sauce, sesame oil, some grated ginger, oyster sauce. Just gonna take my spoon and make sure I scrape all of that oyster sauce in there. Ladies and gentlemen, the full printable recipe with precise ingredients and everything else will be over at caribbeanpot.com, so don't stress too much. And what we're doing is, you know, typically you would see people, and I'm using ground chicken, we are doing crispy fried chicken wontons, right? In the past I think I've done pork, but I've done shrimp, and there was a lot of people asking for a chicken version. So that is what we're doing today. And you can season the chicken, add all those things to the chicken first. But what I like doing personally is creating the sort of marinade here, give it a good whisk, and then add the chicken in here and then mix it in. Because I find this way, by doing it this way, the flavors all combine, and it's easier. And you know, chicken is a magnet for taking on beautiful flavors, and that's what we're doing. We're adding a ton of flavor to it, and we're going to stuff the wontons, fry them nice and crispy, and then you can serve it with whatever dipping sauce you like. In my house, everybody likes plum sauce, so we're going to serve it with some plum sauce. Chinese cooking wine. And if you wanted to add some MSG in here, you can add some MSG. I know a lot of people are turned off by the MSG. It has a bad rap without any sort of merit, because a lot of the things we eat every day contains MSG. It's just that it's just one of them things everybody complains about. Well, quite a few people. And for a bit of kick, I like adding sort of a chili crisp in there. And that is a local one here in Hamilton that's really nice. And it's the cross between a chili crisp and a sort of a chili oil. So it's going to give me a bit of heat from the inside, rather than, you know, depending on a spicy dipping sauce. I just want all those nice flavors to come together with the chicken. And some scallion. That's just some finely chopped scallion there. Were it a week or two further into spring, I would be using some fresh chives from my garden, but such is not the case. But scallion or spring onion, depending on where you are, you would call it different. And that is it. What I'll do is give that a good whisk now. Now, if you wanted to add a tiny bit of white pepper in here, you can. I don't like white pepper. And if you wanted to add some salt, you can. Go very light with the salt, because the soy sauce and the oyster sauce will have a salty element to it, as well as that chili crisp that I added. Now, the chili crisp is optional. You don't need to. If you wanted to grate in 1 clove of garlic in there, of course. And this sort of crispy fried wonton would normally be served in bars, you know, rum shop and stuff like that, and restaurants as an appetizer. But in bars it'd be called cutters, which is the word we have for any sort of snack, any oily, greasy, fried, meaty sort of sides to drink in that old rum we like so much. Well, some people. Just gonna shift things over for a second. Bigger bowl, and I have my ground chicken, and that is half a pound of ground chicken. I'm not making a ton of them, but you can double up the recipe if you wanted to. So I have that ground chicken there now. Just gonna hit that a little stir, and then we're gonna pour that directly onto, we want to get everything in there. So I'm just gonna use my spoon to scrape everything down into that chicken. And I'm going to allow this to marinate just for about 10 minutes or so. I don't need it to marinate for long. And try not to overwork it too much. You're just going to combine all those beautiful flavors together. Yeah? And it is that easy. And you know, a lot of people don't like pork. A lot of people don't like shrimp. And this is why I've had so many requests for this chicken version of crispy fried wontons. We've got the wonton wrappers here, and I just want to make sure you separate them. A little bit of water just on the perimeter, just on the outside here. So, and it's a good opportunity to head over and support your local Asian grocery store. Most progressive everyday grocery stores tend to have it now. So about a teaspoon of filling in there, and then we're just going to pull it over to form a triangle. Yeah, but in doing so, what I want to do is sort of squeeze the air out. Squeeze the air out. Then you're gonna go like this. Just a little bit more water just on one corner, and pull and stick like that. You notice? It's got a nice little packet there. Oh goodness, that chicken is just waiting to be fried now. Yes, we're using chicken to make these wontons, but anyhow, I'll just go ahead and repeat these. Couple housekeeping things. The leftover, yeah, you can go into the fridge or you can freeze it, one or the other. If you put it in the fridge, I recommend using it out in about a day or two. In the freezer, 3-4 weeks, easy. Throw it out and then you can continue making. All I have here, I've made about 20, just over 20 of them here. And I'm going to fry those up and I'm going to put that for later. With the skins, make sure you put it in an airtight bag. Just so they will last long in the fridge as well. So I'm gonna store this and we're gonna get to frying these beautiful chicken wontons nice and crispy. I'll quickly show you my setup. Of course, we need vegetable oil. You can use canola oil, peanut oil, whatever oil you like using. I just so happen to like using vegetable oil and frying. And I'm using a wok because of the high sides. I'm not gonna have a lot of splatter that's gonna mess up my stove. I hate cleaning the stove. I've got the wrapped chicken wontons here, and over here I've got a sheet pan with a wire rack. I don't like putting anything I fry onto paper towels. They tend to get soggy, and it's gonna defeat the purpose of making these nice and crispy. If you have them sit in paper towel where it's in contact with the leftover fat or the oil, it will just go soggy. That's just the nature of it. So with a wire rack, you get that airflow. It's allowed to drip off any extra fat and without it getting soggy. I'm just bringing my oil up to temperature now, and we're just gonna fry these off. And that is how simple making these chicken wontons are. With the oil, you're looking for a temperature anywhere between 350 and 375 degrees. I'm gonna do this in 2 batches. And with the filling that we created there, you would have enough to make about 50 of these delicious crispy chicken wontons. Just remember to flip them over just to get both sides cooked evenly. Yeah? And it won't take long, 3 to 5 minutes. And this is why we didn't overstuff it either. Gonna toss them around one more time before I remove them from the hot oil. If you wanted to finish it with, once you put it on the rack there, with some finishing salt, you can do that. But you know, in most cases in the bars, in the rum shop, in the restaurants, it's served with soy sauce, which brings in that salty element as well too. So don't stress too much about adding more salt. But again, it's an option if you wanted to. They will go slightly darker, golden, as they cool as well. So don't stress about the color too much at this point. Notice a beautiful golden color there. Papa, things out. And there you go. All crispy and ready chicken wontons. Yeah, man, it didn't take long. It's a beautiful little snack and appetizer. You know, if you're having some adult beverages, you know, I mean to say, you can make it. And for those of you who don't dine with the swine or you're not into the shrimp, it's an excellent option using chicken.